What's going on, everyone? So I kind of nailed everything with one stone right there. Hopefully I did all right. I kind of getting used to the buttons at the same time. Not really. Oh, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. It is Sunday. I almost said Saturday for some reason. I don't know why. Yesterday was Saturday, obviously. Let's do a quick roll call, see what's going on. We do got 70 viewers, 30 likes. Come on, guys. Smash that like button before we get into this. We're just sitting right here till we see some more likes. I'm just kidding. Let's continue. Making statements. What's going on? Justin Miner, Red Putts, Golden Wolf, Responsive Resolve, Fully Electric wants to talk about the Intel ASIC. Very interesting right there. Fudweiser, King Mining, Dude Jiu-Jitsu, Dave Collins, Responsive Resolve, Ken Stevens, Kiss Ruckus, Gaurav Biswas. Oh, I totally butchered that one. Let me know how the volume is. Voice to music as well. Is it coming through all right? Some settings have been adjusted, so hopefully it's working. Ogram GTO, GTOW, Ultracomb 619, Dave Collins again, Lil Time Mining, Warren Starcat, Thomas Eds. Oh my gosh, so many people, guys. There's so many of you guys. I need someone to co-stream with me to read out names here pretty soon. White Arctic Walker, Lil Time Mining, Rud Putts. I think I said couple of you guys twice. Mike Balder and Patrick Duncan, Crypto Baltus, what's happening? Tomic, Arcs Crypto, Golden Wolf, Alexander Grass. Oh my gosh, it just skipped, so I don't know where we are. Jasper, what's happening? CD Smith, Vincent Gallio, and yeah. So yeah, Intel making an ASIC. I don't know, are there specs released on that thing yet? I'm not fully sure. Looking at this, like it was like a month and a half, 2 months ago, I did release the video on an Intel ASIC. Intel is now can't even, can't resist crypto minings either. They're looking into ASICs and, starting to build their own. As for specs and performance, I haven't really seen any numbers or releases to see how they're actually going to do. And it is in the works. A few weeks back, I was letting you guys know I was talking to someone from Intel about their GPUs and other things, where they don't want to promote their GPUs for miners. It's dedicated for gamers, but they did confirm it is going to be non-LHR and it's not going to be limited on anything. But they don't want a PR on the miner side, only on the gamer side as a, standpoint to the world, I guess. So that's one of the things they told me. The other thing was their Intel ASIC is on the way, but it's still a long ways away. Don't even think it's in production or anything yet. The guy was saying they're still working on a whole bunch of stuff. The chip and stuff is pretty much set to what they want it as, but that was about a couple weeks ago. So I don't know how far into the future this ASIC actually is, and I don't really think there's any legit specs on it yet, according to what that guy was telling me. But again, he could have been lying to me as well. We don't know. Guessing the Intel GPU will not be hash limited. Nice work on the ASIC. They will be seeing it to Block as Block produces their own. And the one thing a lot of people are interested in about the Intel ASIC is because it's going to be manufactured and whatnot, within the United States. So there'll be a North American supplier. So it should at least bring costs down in terms of, shipping and everything. And we'll just see. We'll have to see exactly how the performance is when it releases, some numbers on it. Now, remember, when it comes to Bitcoin mining, you're going to need cheap power. Like, ultimately, it's the most efficient way to mine Bitcoin, but at the same time, they're still pretty power hungry, and you're going to need, really cheap power to be profitable while mining Bitcoin, compared to a lot of other coins. But again, Ethereum will be moving on out of here. There will be no more Ethereum, so, other things will have to take its place. Who knows what that'll be yet. Is it going to be ETC or Raven or Flux after proof of stake? Nicholas Pitts, it's really hard to tell at the current state, the way everything is right now. Neither of them. There's no GPU coin out there that is set to take over. Now, maybe in a couple years, potentially the next bull run, we might see Flux or something eventually take over. But, at this point in time, looking forward, I don't know. There's no GPU coin that can handle even 5% of the hash rate that's set to come in. So right now, it doesn't look like any GPU mineable coins are really going to be very profitable. We'll be lucky if we're sitting, over 5 cents profitability after you pay for power in terms of coins. Another thing is Ethereum Classic. It's looking pretty profitable like right now and everything. But it's not a long-term hold. Like the devs have been hinting for the past year or so, 2 years even, I think at this point, that they do want to swap over to SHA-3, and SHA-3 will be overrun by ASICs. So essentially, depending how popular Ethereum Classic could get, it could turn into the, you know, Bitcoin, where you have to have an ASIC or it's not going to be profitable at all. Yes, you can mine Bitcoin on a GPU, you can mine Bitcoin on CPUs and stuff currently still. It's just that, you know, you're not going to get any hash rate at all compared to, you know, what's coming out with all those ASICs are producing. So it's not going to be efficient because of that difficulty. It's just going to skyrocket fast, and you're going to need an ASIC just to compete on a coin like Ethereum Classic once it does do, you know, that transition. The other inside thing on that, I believe, is because I don't know the full details, but there's something going on between the devs of Ethereum Classic and, you know, ASIC companies. I don't know if they're like part owners of ASICs or if they're like a developer of ASICs or something going on, if there's just a deal on the side with, you know, some ASIC companies. But the devs are really, they're pro ASIC, which is another reason why they do want to move to SHA-3. Now, the majority of all that SHA-3 talking on Ethereum Classic happened before they did drop that that DEG size down to below 4 gigabytes. If you're unfamiliar, Ethereum Classic was going through multiple 51% attacks. They're getting pretty much attacked every few months. And so they did drop that DEG file to encourage GPUs that were dropping off Ethereum to go to their network. And a lot did, and the hash rate and security picked up. But before that happened, they were saying that, you know, they want to go over to SHA-3, and maybe that'll help with that. But even after the fact, they're still kind of hinting towards moving to SHA-3, even though a lot of those 4 gigabyte GPUs did move over. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. It could stay, on the GPUs for a long time, but just long term, it could be 5 years, could be 10 years, it could be 2 years, no idea. But there's the chance that Ethereum Classic could move over to SHA-3 and become that ASIC friendly algorithm. Very ASIC friendly, not more than what it already is. But again, I don't really know. It's called ETC hash instead of ETH hash. So I still need confirmation that any of you guys have like an A10 out there or some other type of ETH hash ASIC, because I've been getting mixed, you know, feedback here. Some people are saying because it's called ETC hash, you can no longer mine Ethereum Classic on like the A10 Pros and whatnot because they did a little fork or something. I can't find any information where they actually did a fork and changed the algorithm. It still seems like, you know, the mega hash, everything's exactly the same as Ethereum. But when you look at what to mine in itself, it says ETC hash, and, you know, people are saying you can't use it on those ASICs anymore. So I don't have any confirmation if you can or can't at that point, because that's going to be another big thing for ASIC miners once Ethereum is gone. Like, what to mine next after Ethereum, even for ASICs? Like, I think ASICs is going to become a big thing once Ethereum is actually gone in terms of mining profitability. Majority of residential miners and everything, you know, it's all about mining for the fiat. Some people really love coins, algorithms, whatever, but we see it in the bull runs. Mining gets very, very popular in these bull runs, and then all of a sudden it dips off and people aren't looking at it. YouTube channels views drop dramatically. I'm experiencing that myself. Views are dropping very, very fast because the price is coming down. So in terms of fiat value, a lot of miners are stopping. You see a lot more used stuff showing up on the used networks. But I just want to, you know, take an example here. I'm going to use the Jazz miner number. So it's like 520 mega hash. Again, I cannot confirm or deny that these miners are legit like this, but 240 watts for 520 mega hash is absolutely insane. I'm just taking, you know, where can these ASICs go after GPUs are gone? Remember, GPUs can do the exact same thing, but there is no GPU that's as efficient. There's no other ASICs really that's as efficient as these monsters. Are crazy. But Ethereum's gone. Ethereum Classic is still at current profitabilities, 1132 on these Jazz miners. So this ASIC's still going to be profitable here. We got Quick Chain. We got $10 here. We got 732. These are all ETH hash algorithms. I don't know why this is here. This isn't ETH hash, but whatever. Metaverse looks like ETH hash. Callisto 603. So these are profitable coins. This one's in the negatives here. I don't know what that is. Ether Social. You guys know what Ether Social is? ETH hash. So these are other ETH hash algorithms where all these ASICs are going to go to. Like, these are the next go-to for ASICs. So in terms of GPUs, you know, it's probably a bad idea to put your GPUs on these. The profitability across these coins are going to drop a lot. And there's not that much hash rate on these in general to start with, so it's going to be a massive influx of hash rate coming in. So keep that in mind as well. But there are options for some of the ASICs out there, like these coins that I'm showing you right now, if you are an ASIC miner. In terms of GPU mining in the future after Ethereum, that's a really tough one. That is a really hard question that really realistically I don't think anybody can answer that right now. Like, you can't answer what to do. Sure, you can say I'm going to go to Flux because it's getting the most momentum. I'm going to go to Ergo. It's going to get the most momentum. But you got to realize, guys, everyone else is thinking like this too. Everyone else is coming to what to mine. They're going to see what is the next coin up top here. They're going to be pointing their GPUs there. And as soon as they do, that hash rate or difficulty is going to go through the roof. And then this coin, which could be in second now, is now going to be like somewhere literally over here because we're going to be in the negatives. All the top 10 coins, based on the numbers I've been kind of looking at, there's enough hash rate on Ethereum in terms of GPUs only to at least ×5 all the top 10 coins. And any coin right now with just 5 times the hash rate coming in is going to be at negative like $2 or $3 on a 12 by 3080 rig. So we're talking, you know, expensive hardware. You have 12 3080s and everything's in the negatives because you can't even pay for the power. So things are going to be looking bad. A lot of people are going to be selling off, and depending on how much hash rate comes off the network, depending how many people sell off their rigs or attempt to sell off their rigs, because people won't even really be selling. So that's what also drives prices down, and GPUs will become very cheap. At this point in time, when this happens, a couple months after everyone starts realizing, oh my gosh, guys, we're not making anything. Crypto mining is dead, at least in GPUs. I'm not saying it's dead. It won't die because you still have mining farms and everything out there. So these coins are still going to be active and alive. But in terms of residential miners, people paying over like 10 cents per kilowatt hour, 15 cents per kilowatt hour, you know, it might not be profitable to be mining on GPUs, at least for a good 3 months to a year. Things are looking really bad is pretty much what it's coming down to. But we don't know how it's going to play out yet. Like I said, people are going to sell off. A coin could take off. We're depending on the markets. Even at an all-time high, though, these numbers are still looking in the negatives. If we were sitting at our all-time high we just had, if Ethereum, you know, like what was Raven coin was at like 25 cents, 26 cents. It's still in the negatives. Everything's just bad. Anyway, I'm going to run to the chat here. Let's see what you guys are actually talking about while we're kind of looking at this stuff. What's good, dude? Jiu-Jitsu network is down, that's why, but it looks good, over 1,000 AVN a day. What am I missing here about AVN? Something. Please don't mention ETH merge is delayed. GPU prices might rise again. Well, we don't know if it's delayed or not, but honestly, if they don't give us, like Bitsby Trippin, he mentioned in his video, what was it, 4 or 5 days ago, if the devs don't, you know, freeze the code or have a major update by mid-March, you know, and release it publicly, it's a good chance it's delayed. And judging on everything we looked at yesterday, you know, the devs didn't really seem too confident in anything they were saying. It seemed like it was more like a scripted type of interview they were doing with those guys that were, you know, that were talking on their Twitch streams and whatnot. So, you know, everything's looking like it's not going to happen. And if we know anything about the Ethereum devs themselves, it's just not looking like a bright future in terms of the merge happening this year. Now, actually, for miners, that's a bright future for us because then you can continue mining Ethereum longer. But yeah, I don't know. It's speculation. There's no official yes or no of when it's going to be released yet. They used to be pushing June or July. Now they're pushing, you know, but sometime this year, and now they're saying it'll be ready when it's ready. So in terms of just their language themselves, they're already, you know, passively saying it's delayed, but we can't confirm it or anything on any of our ends that's happening until they actually come out and say, sorry guys, it's delayed. But anyway, CPU mining on a 5600X with Luxstock with the stock Wrath Stealth cooler, not the Wrath Prism or anyone else. Thanks guys. What? Anyone CPU mining on a 5600X with the stock Wrath Stealth? What's the Stealth cooler? Is that a different cooler? It should be the Wraith Prism cooler, isn't it? Magic Lucky, what's the Wrath Stealth cooler? I don't know what that one is. The Jazz 450 mega hash with overclocking, they run at 500, and the 520 mega hash version OCs runs up to 600. That's absolutely insane, Fully Electra. Like, how come everybody doesn't have these miners? Well, maybe there's a lot out there. So that could actually lead to the other question, because there's not much information on these. And what other type of ASICs does nobody know about? It could potentially be on the network, because there's those weird miners too. Actually, when I was digging into that Jazz miner, and I seen that Voscoin video where he actually looked at it. He also had that Current miner, and there's a bunch of ASICs that aren't even listed at websites, and they're in different languages when you find them, that are on different networks. So it makes, I'm just wondering why Bitmain and everyone is getting the main, or is Silicon and all that, those mainstream typical miners that you see everywhere, are getting all the attention, when these other miners that look like they're, you know, 3 or 4 times more efficient and better as miners, if they're actually legit, are not getting all this attention. It's very interesting what's going on, and how many ASICs are actually hidden on the network that nobody's ever heard of. So, you know, it's very interesting about all this stuff. So there may be a lot more hash rate on, say, like Ethereum or something else than initially thought about. So, you know, it may be a decent thing, but even at 50%, let's say there's a 50 GPU to a 50 ASIC split across Ethereum right now on the network, that's still way too much hash rate in terms of GPUs to, you know, to make GPU mining profitable. Like the days of ROI where you used to be, you know, trying to get your investment back within 4 to 5 months, actually 3 to 5 months when we were having the high gas fees pre 1559, was a thing. Everyone was loving it. Yeah, quick money. But honestly, crypto mining is still going to be profitable. Keep that in mind. But you're going to have to change your whole business plan and everything around. Instead of looking for 4-month ROIs, 3 months, you know, to pay off your GPU or something like that, you got to look forward. And it's going to be literally like 3 to 5 years before the piece of hardware you get has the chance of paying for itself. So that's something you got to look into when you're looking into longer terms like that as well. People like to, you know, crank up their CPU mining, crank up your CPUs. Actually, CPUs isn't going to be affected as much unless everyone goes out there and gets them. But overclocking more for more hash rate burns more power, more expenses, more wear and tear. You run your GPUs at 100% fans. Obviously, you're going to be doing more fan replacements more often. I run mine at about 65%. I haven't had any issues in, I don't know, a couple of years now. No fans have ever broken on me or anything. So, you know, do your own thing, run efficiently. Don't crank your fans up unless you live in a desert, then obviously you might have to. But, you know, run things as low as you possibly can, and they'll just prolong the life of everything, so you have less repair fees moving into the future. And there's, you know, everything you got to do, you got to cut your expenses. If you're spending, you know, extra money, an extra $1,000, $2,000 to liquid cool your GPUs, you know, that's adding on to all that prices going into your mining farm. So if you can find a cheaper, better way to keep all your everything cool, you know, do it that way. Do it as cheap as possible, but run as efficient and, you know, quality as you can. Stingy, thank you very much for the 20 knock. Could I get a Canadian burger today? I was not prepared for this. I don't have anything right now, especially a homemade Canadian burger. But you know what? We'll see what I can get done for you next weekend. Hold on, guys. I think I have to sneeze. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. Whew, it wouldn't stop. FPGA, what do you think about them? I have no idea. I keep forgetting about FPGAs. I've never tried an FPGA. Crypto Mikkel, he does some FPGA stuff. Some of you guys in the comments said FPGAs are a waste of money and they're a headache. So I don't really know, but again, I've never tried one, so I can't comment on FPGAs. There's, you know, if there's algorithms obviously out there, and FPGAs, if it supports that algorithm, is the way to go. You can it's like a programmable GPU initially is what it is. You can swap out, add more RAM, take away RAM, program it for algorithms that support it, and yada yada yada. But I don't know. I don't really know too much about FPGs. Actually, I don't know anything about FPGs, to be honest with you. So I'd like to try to get my hands on one and, you know, play around with it. That'd be sweet. But at this point in time, I can't really comment on them. My favorite is RX 6600. Yeah, a lot of people love the 6600s. I've never tested one yet, but one thing I'm getting out of you guys as a community because I can't afford to buy every single GPU out there, test them all. I really wish I could, but like, let's just take a look at a 6600, for example. I don't know where the XT is. It should be here. 60. We'll just go 6600. But we calculate this. It does good on ETH hash and stuff. Yes, it's an extremely efficient GPU. But when it comes down to like coins like Ergo and stuff, you remember when it comes to the future, you got to find efficient GPUs that can do, you know, that's good on the majority of the other algorithms out there. And really, AMD is not that great on other algorithms other than, I guess, ETH hash and I don't know, I guess Kapow 14 for 90s. That's not too bad. But when it comes to like Ergo, what if Ergo is the next coin that takes off and it does pretty good? But you know, the AMD GPUs, they don't look like they're performing very well. We got 55 mega hash at 70 watts. When it comes to Ergo mining, you should literally have more mega hash than the power that you're using. Just take, for example, look at these 3070s here. Look, 3070s. Here we go. That's way too many. I don't want 8. Put in 1. Look at that. 160 mega hash, 130 watts. Our mega hash is over our power used. You can go to the A2000, same thing. 100 mega hash, 80 watts. You know, 3060 light hash rate. What do we got there? I think we can pull more than that. That's showing it's not very good. But I haven't tested that one, so maybe you guys can confirm that one. But when it's coming to 6600s and AMD GPUs, we're using a lot more power than the hash rate that we're getting. So you can almost unclick Ergo in terms of, unless it becomes extremely profitable. I don't know if it will. And if you're unfamiliar what Ergo even stands for, like it's going to be all minted out within 7 years of its release. So I don't know how many years we have left now. 6 maybe? When did Ergo come out? It's been about a year now, hasn't it? And I believe their full lifespan. It's a fast track BTC. They kind of mixed in privacy coins, mixed with ETH hash, with DeFi and everything. And then they slapped in a fast track method of everything. So they're having a halving every like 2 years or 2.5 or something instead of 4. And from the time the coin released to the time everything is fully minted, it's only going to be transactions on the network. It was within 7 years. So I think at this, when we'll actually see Ergo do what it's meant to do in terms of price and stuff, will probably be around 6 years, 5 or 6 years from now, because it'll be coming close to the end of its type of minting process, I suppose, is the way to put it. But yeah, if it becomes a huge major thing, AMD cards aren't really performing on it. 7,000 AMD cards might be a different story. So as you know, they're doing like what they're doing with their CPUs. They're slamming in a couple extra cores. You know, it's almost supposed to be like 4 GPUs in one. You know, technically that's not true. It's not going to be 4 GPUs in one, but they are going to have multiple processing chips within it, all talking to each other, kind of like what they do with their CPUs. It's a big step moving forward. Will it actually happen, and will it perform like we think? I hope so, but you know, we can't really confirm anything until numbers actually drop. I see some ads going on up here. What are you guys talking about? Golden Wolf, a Canadian bacon burger. Yeah, well, we got the bacon now. We just got to slap it all together in a homemade burger at this point. Vincent Gallo, is the ASIC silent fan swap on the L3 working fine? No overheating. It gives me hope of having heat. You know what? We can have a look at it. I still have it on there right now. Let's go have a look at that ASIC, see what the temperatures are looking like. Boom. Bam. Where are we at here? So we're sitting at 58 degrees, 56, 53, 52. So no overheating, nothing crazy going on. We have 6,855 accepted shares and 10 rejected. So far, this is working 100%. Now, I did point out it is saying 47% and 48% on the fans, but it's still basing it off a 6,000 RPM fan, as these are only 3,000 watts, and it's saying 47% is 2,820 RPM. Well, we're pretty much at 97% of the hash rate of the RPM here, because we're sitting, you know, 180 RPM short of its maximum. So 50% would be, you know, these fans here maxed out. But yeah, they seem to be working just fine now. You can't even hear these things, and it's crazy. Another thing I want to point out, I am doing that solo Ethereum Ordelio thing. It looks like I got a helper. Someone's helping me out. We got helper 1, 2, and 3, and 4 rolled in here. I'm sitting at 107 gigahash, but I was up to like 100 or 1.15 gigahash. So you know, that's pretty sweet. Most of these are 36, so that's an extra like 100 mega hash somebody Just donating a little bit of hash rate here, so that's sweet. I do have in the description if you want to help out the old solo fund here, 2Miner solo. I have my address, or if you guys want to just track it, you can point this in here and you guys can probably find out if I hit a block before I do if you guys search it. But you can follow my solo mining journey in the description with my address and everything. Should be there unless it didn't save, but it should be in the description. But yeah, I'm sitting at 23% luck. No blocks yet, and it looks like we have a helper helping out. Helper 1, 2, 3, and 4. So whoever you are, helper, I don't know who you are. You're anonymous. No one told me they were helping, so you know, much appreciated. Let's get in there and slam out these blocks. That'd be sweet. Imagine hit 4, 5, 6, 7, 1,000 Ethereum block. Insane, absolutely insane. That'd be crazy. Remember, I did say if I hit a block that's like 300 plus ETH. There's going to be like a 5 to 10 ETH giveaway going on the channel. I don't know if we're going to give away like 0.5 to 20 people, or if we're going to give away 1 ETH to 10 people, or what we're going to do, but it's going to be absolutely insane. Again, chances of this happening is very, very low, so I wouldn't get your hopes up. But you never know, guys. It's do or die. Hopefully it happens. Okay, moving forward. Obviously, we'll be picking up a Threadripper or so with that, you know. For sure, 100% guaranteed. There'll be some Threadrippers rolling in. What do you think of Canada freezing the accounts related, yada, yada, yada? I can't comment on that, I don't think, because of the centralized platform that we're currently streaming on. I can't comment on all this stuff, so you guys gotta be careful with the questions you ask me, because I don't want to get in trouble. Are you still on Matafackle? Yes, I am. Let's take a look at that too. We can have a look at my CPU mining Ordelio here. Can you see that, guys? What is going on? Why can't? Oh, I gotta click on my wallet. So here I am on Matafackle. Oh, you guys can't see that, so I will go to this screen. So I'm sitting at. Does that make you see it better? Kinda. So I'm sitting at 1,855 Raptorium. So I don't know how long is that. 4 days. I got almost 2,000 Raptorium in 4 days or something like that. I did put everything in the smart note, so I know, as you know, today is payout day. I transferred everything in this morning just for the live stream. I still have 2,900 ready to go in. They didn't take it all. I had like 4,900 and something to go in, but they only took half of it. And maybe that's all they needed to fill up the next node when they consolidated today. But I did go through my actual payments, and it worked out to be on par. So I can still see now, because I do have auto onboarding. My stats, you can see here. That's not the one. Where is it? Where's auto onboarding? Addresses. So I do have activated my compound stacking right here. So my compound stacking. You guys see that? Change my. How come my screen's all messed up? Uh-oh. I broke something, guys. You can't see everything. I should be on full screen, and it's not showing my full screen. Is it moving now? There we go. There we go. There. Now you guys should be able to see the full screen. So I enabled my compound stacking right here, 100%. So instead of going into my, what is it? Zelcore wallet, which I usually did to track it and then transferring it back, I enable compound stacking. So it automatically goes straight into my personal onboarding address all by itself. But in the process, it also unlocks the achievement right here, compounder. So activate compounding at 100%. It drops your fee. So you know, when you get your payouts, iNodes does take 6% of only your payouts, not your stuff you put in. So when you get your payout back from based on whatever you have in as collateral, they charge 6% on that. So you're not losing anything out of your actual Raptorium that you have in here. But doing the compounding feature does drop it to 0.05%, or it takes 0.05% off. And based on whatever achievements I currently have, I'm down to 5.85% instead of 6%. And then I added everything up, and everything seems to be legit. Nothing's being stolen or anything. It seems the same as last week. All my previous payouts here, I'm just gonna Raptorium, so you can see on the 22nd. So Wednesdays and Sundays, they do their payouts. So I got 1493, 234, 5.64. And then I just added them all up, and it did work out to be about the same as last week. So nothing seems to be missing. I'm going to be doing this every week. I also wrote down my totals and everything to see if anything starts disappearing or going up the way things. So I'm trying to make sure everything's, you know, obviously legit here, and everything is lining up so far. But Again, it makes it a lot harder because I'm doing it all this way, but it also makes it a lot easier. I'm also thinking about potentially, I'm not going to be able to track it though, but I do want to start onboarding through mining to the onboarding address as well. That way it speeds up the process. So as I keep mining into that onboarding address, will this screen work too? No, that one's worse. So if I keep mining into that onboarding address, every time it wants to load into a node, it's just getting your Raptorium into the node that much faster. Usually I only do it on Sundays, so weekly I onboard it and then it goes in. But now, like, let's just say I get, 200, 500, 400, 600, whatever that day I mine, it'll go straight in that day, and then they'll just keep adding in. So potentially increasing how much I will get every Wednesday and Sunday, a little bit more than if I was waiting every week. So currently estimated daily earnings is saying about 479. I want to try to hit this to 500 Raptorium. So I'd be pulling about 500 Raptorium daily out of the nodes. I think is a nice, well-rounded number to be pulling off. I think on the mining side, I'm sitting around 450 to 460 as well. I'm slightly getting a little more out of the nodes, but I'm still doing that. I think overall, I want to get to the point where I'm pulling around 1,000 to 1,500 Raptorium per day between mining and the nodes. So I still want to pick up a few more CPU mining rigs, get them rolling on here, get them together, and then I think 1,500 Raptorium a day would be a nice little, I guess, number to try and hit. So that's my goal, 1,500 between the nodes and mining per day when it comes to Raptorium. Yeah, let's scroll through here. Good news on the fan swap. Yes, very good news. Now I'm gonna keep these fans on the L3 until probably summer hits. I'm wondering once summer hits if I'm gonna start running some heat issues. Obviously I'm going to swap back if that comes in, but I think I don't think it's going to run as well in the summer with these fans as it will. But some people say reverse it, so I might try reversing the fan, so sucking air from the back and blowing through the front may help reduce the temperatures as well. That was a suggestion by some of you guys. What else we got here? Crossfire works with 6600. Crossfire, that's like SLI type of thing for NVIDIA, isn't it? Or is that something else? I'm confused. Ethereum down to 2662. How far can it go down? Guys, I don't know. Honestly, we talked about it yesterday. I don't base anything off, governments and loan sharks and institutions, yada, yada. I just base everything on the past charts. And I'm not really that good of a chart reader, but we were looking at it yesterday. I don't think we're going to hit the bottom until March, probably April, because there's a slight, extension, I guess, because our bull run lasted obviously a lot longer than the 2017 bull run. So I think potentially the bottom will take another extra month or so to hit. So we're probably looking, good March, April-ish till the bottom falls out. And based on the previous numbers, from the all-time high to the all-time low was about an 85% drop. So if we're looking at the same numbers based on this past one, that's about 13,000 Canadian of a Bitcoin price. So what is that in USD? Maybe around 10,000 Bitcoin. Will it hit that low? I don't think it's going to come to that level this time, but at the same time, you never know. Based on the stats, it could potentially hit a 10,000 Bitcoin low at the very low. So I don't think we're at the bottom. The bottom is still coming. We're going to see a few, up cycles and down cycles before it hits the bottom, but I still think, there's a fair bit more to go down before we're going to start leveling off and slowly start, building up again till that next bull run happens, which is most likely not going to happen till Bitcoin does see its next halving. So a crypto winter is very much likely. Vitalik, even though, if you guys missed this, Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin welcomes another crypto winter. So even good old Vitalik himself is predicting a crypto winter is coming, which means we're going to be stuck in the low volumes for, potentially a year or so. It could very well happen. So we have Ethereum that has the chance to go to emerge. We're in a winter. There's going to be a lot of cheap GPUs. MSRP is going to end up being the new scalper price in the next few months, I see. So if you're thinking about going out and buying GPUs right now, it's really a tough call. Honestly, it's a really tough call because Ethereum could be gone. So obviously you want to try to get as much as you can now, but then, right now you pay $800 for a GPU, where in a couple months from now, you could probably get 2 or 3 GPUs for that same price. What do you do? It's really hard to decide. at this point in time. You're stuck in the middle where you could be over cost spending for so much, and the difficulty is so high, you're hardly even going to be getting any Ethereum at this point in time. Like 380 mega hash, guys, 2 summers ago, 1.2 Ethereum a month, 1 gigahash right now, less than how you're like 0.45, maybe only 0.4 now of Ethereum per month for 1 gigahash. So that difficulty is definitely hurting everybody. You know, we're all a product of our own greed. As you know, you're like, oh, I got to get more GPUs. Everyone else thinks that as well. Stock up. We're hurting ourselves. Honestly, if no one went out and bought more GPUs, we'd all be making a lot more than previously. Or we'd all be making a lot more right now than what we would have been making previously. But again, you know, how do you justify that? You can't. You always need more stuff, right? You got to follow the times. You got to follow the difficulty. It's all about scaling. Yeah. PO tentacle swag. What's that? What are you talking about? Is there a best exchange to buy our Raptorium or fiat USD for residents? And I don't know what any of the rules are when it comes to the states. Like, as I know, like each state can vary. Some exchanges are viable in certain states where, you know, you could walk across the border depending how close you are, and then you can't use it anymore because of state rules. Like, I don't know how the states goes across, so I can't really say. In terms of exchanges, you know what, we'll have to go to the actual Raptorium website itself. They have all their exchanges listed, and they are working on a top 10 exchange or top 20 or something where, whoa, there's a lot of stuff going on here. What's happening? Exchanges. I don't know what the new exchanges they're looking at is going to be, but they got quite a few happening now. What is this? Oh, so we got Trade Ogre, South Exchange, Dex Trade. I think all of these already require, you know, some type of coin. My best option or advice, I guess, if you want to buy Raptorium, would be to purchase Bitcoin or something. Swap it into Trade Ogre. I use Trade Ogre for my XMR and everything. It's really straightforward, easy. If you're not sure how to use it, you check out my video where I do swap XMR from Monero Ocean over to Bitcoin and then over to Raptorium. And the fees are very minimal. You don't even notice it. And you can get this. I get the same amount of Raptorium pre like XMR value. You work it out to Raptorium, it comes out to the same amount. You might lose 1 Raptorium coin, which is, you know, less than a cent or 1 cent or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. It's very, very cheap. Anyway, so that'd be the best way. I'd say buy Bitcoin, transfer it over to one of these, and then just swap that into your Raptorium, and then pull that into, swap that out of the exchange, and then into either your inodes or your wallet, wherever you want to hold it. I'm assuming you want to get into the inodes because that's the way to go. Then there's these aggregators. Oh, I can't talk today. But we got CoinMarketCap, CoinCrypto.com, Coinboys, Binance, CoinGecko, all these other places where you can see the volume itself. But yeah, like serious, Coinbase and, you know, some of these other ones, Crypto.com, if they actually adapt this, it's gonna be insane, awesome. But that's way in the future. Who knows what's gonna happen? That reminds me, I had a comment here about yesterday's live stream. I just gotta find it. Comment right here. I named it comment. Can you guys see this? Let's zoom in. Oh, I can't do that. Big zoom in. All right, I can zoom in now. You can't really see that, so I'm gonna zoom out. So this is about, oh man, I gotta turn my screen over a little bit. Hold on, give me a second, guys. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but yesterday we were talking about you know, Ethereum 2.0 possibly merge. We were talking about staking and whatnot, and a lot of people don't really realize this, but this is the comment here. It's the users of the chain paying for the security with the insanely high transaction fees. They paid out more than any other coin, including Bitcoin, which has a market cap twice as high. Honestly, they're paying out too much in security. If they weren't, we wouldn't be so angry about them switching. We would just move to another coin. Also, stakers are getting the transaction fees and MEV. There's profitability are going up significantly once the merge happens. The supply insurance is dropping from 5.4 million per year to 0.5 million per year, which I believe is already the issuance on POS currently. So they're just dropping the insurance on the proof of work chain. Now, I don't know if he's actually talking about ETH here, or if he's talking about when we were talking about Firo. Firo is I think is dying. But he's talking about ETH here. People are getting confused kind of about how it's working. Now you got to remember, everything they do to the miner side, like they put in 1559, all the transaction fees are being burnt unless it's a miner tip. So those are all gone. You know, they talked about that triple halving that's going to be happening on the Ethereum chain before they swap over to the merge and the proof of stake, which means killing those block rewards pretty much down to nothing. That's going to be all that stuff that they're doing on terms of the proof of work side is going to transition into the proof of stake side. So as a staker, being on Ethereum myself, you know, originally you're like, oh yeah, we're going to be validating blocks. We're going to be getting the block rewards on top of our APY, and on top of this, you know, transaction fees. But as they kill off the miners and they're getting rid of all this, they're doing the same thing to the staking side. So you're not gonna be getting paid for the transactions. It's already burnt thanks to 1559. If you're planning on staking, and if you're thinking this way, that's already gone. Boom. You're not getting transaction fees. It's burnt on the proof of stake side as well. They're going to be having it. The block reward's going to be gone. That's going to be gone. Really, the only thing you can look forward to as being a staker on the Ethereum chain is that APY, and that is only sitting at 4%. So like $1,000 is going to get you $4 per year. $4 per year on $1,000. $10,000 is going to get you $40 per year. That's absolutely insane. Like, think about it. That's you're not making too much, you know, staking on proof of work when it comes to that. And the other thing, you know, centralization. It all comes down to did that guy say something on that too? I closed it. But, you know, they were trying to cover up how will it not be centralized. I don't have my screen open. Open up. Open Sesame. What is going on here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. I was a little handicapped there for a second. But they're talking about how can they not make it centralized? And it was really funny what those guys told us on that stream there when they got asked that question. They said, well, we have incentives to tell people not to centralize. Well, whoever has the money is going to buy it, and it's going to be centralized based on the amount of Ethereum they have. The people that have all the Ethereum are the people with all the money. The people that have the majority of Ethereum right now is the devs. The whole Ethereum ecosystem is going to be centralized around the Ethereum devs themselves, plus billionaires that, you know, care about crypto. So yeah, you can say, oh, we got staking pools. You and your friends can do this. You could have 200 friends that all put in $20,000 each, which is a lot, but that's still not going to compare to one Elon Musk. That's not going to compare to, you know, the majority of the ETH already being held by the devs bags themselves. That's not going to keep it decentralized. So yeah, I don't know. It's very going to be interesting what's going on. It's retarded, really. I don't know what other word to say. I don't really have a word for it. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. What do we got going on? I don't even want to talk about that. That'll lead into a rant that gets me probably, you know, kicked off the platform. That's already 100% controlled by the developers and community centralized. I think 75 million ETH was to devs and investors, and like 40 million ETH have been mined. Yeah, it's crazy like that. You know what? I wish I could find, I'm going to find the numbers. I'll put a video or something like that together sometime, or have it for a future stream, but that's exactly what it is. There's like 60 or 65% of all the Ethereum in current circulation is in the hands of the dev and their little cheap pre-mine before mainnet even kicked off. So yeah, that's why they really want this POS to come in, because they're going to be getting the validating stuff for, you know, all of their Ethereum. So yeah, crazy. Get your altcoins now, boys, before POS. That's the other thing, crypto mining. What do you mine now? You know, obviously Ethereum's the most profitable, right? Ethereum's most profitable. You got your GPUs on Ethereum. It's the number one. It's making the most. But, you know, we're always talking about spec mining, or like when people refer to me, like I got into Raptorium early when the difficulty was low and stuff. So spec mining. That's what every coin right now is like. Everything, sure, you know, difficulties seem high right now, but after Ethereum's gone, you have no idea the amount of difficulties that's coming in. Like literally, what did we look at? 300 and some coins a day on a 12 by 3080 rig. Where is this? Let's just have a quick peek here. Let's go 3080s, 12 of these bad boys. How much Raven coin a day was this? Like coins wise, we're talking about coins and yields. just as an example, this is, yeah, 401 estimated coins per day. Now with a 5 times difficulty increase, this 401 coins per day drops to 19. It was like 16 to 19 coins. That's how bad it's gonna get. That puts us at negative like 2 or 3 cents. So that makes you wonder, what does the price have to hit for it to actually become profitable where you're breaking out of power? So yeah, difficulty is going to play a huge role. So all these coins right now, they're like, there's no hash rate on it already. So maybe you should mine Flux. Maybe you should mine Ethereum Classic. Maybe Furo, you know what? Kick Furo. Can we get rid of Furo? Throw that in the garbage because they think they're already paying miners too much. Anyway, but you know what I'm talking about, guys. Like all these coins right now, they have low difficulty. There's no hash rate on them compared to what's coming. So you could be spec mine. If you think Flux is going to be the next go-to, I would put all my rigs on it now and let that thing boom. That's what I would do. Because after the, you know, the merge and everything comes into place, you're going to be getting hardly any coins on Flux. It's going to drop dramatically. And yeah, it's just look at things in the future. The same thing for CPU mining or anything else. It also comes down to scalability. That's another thing. You take for an example, you know, I like to use, actually in my own head, I like to use this. I've never actually said this out loud or anything to anybody, but it kind of bugs me a little bit because there's a lot of people out there that say, you know, CPU mining is not profitable. You shouldn't be mining with your CPU. It's a waste of power, waste of money. XMR, like another thing, they don't even know what they're talking about because they right away go to XMR or something, which is, you know, it's still profitable. It's 13 cents. And in theory, that's more profitable than what GPUs are going to be after Ethereum. But we're still looking at 13 cents. We're looking at something like 70 cents, $1 on Raptorium per 3900X. Well, now you got to look into, like, say, let's talk about scalability. And I really didn't think about scalability really until I made that video about Chia mining, where I was only making 69 cents a day. But at 69 cents a day, I only had 12 terabytes. I only spent like $200 on hard drives, and that's 69 cents a day. I worked it out. If I was, you know, if I actually spent $500-600 on hard drives, I'd double that. I'd be at $1 something a day. So then what if I spent $1,000? Then I'd be at $2-3 a day. It comes into scalability. You play Monopoly, you don't start off with everything. You'd hardly get any money. You play, let's even SimCity or any of these other games. Crypto Mining Simulator was really a big one that got to me because I was like, okay, I got 1 GPU, I got 2 GPUs, I got this GPUs. Then all of a sudden, once you hit like a certain amount of hash rate, you have a massive amount coming in. Yes, you got to pay for power and whatnot. Like right now, I'm getting 500 coins, let's say 450 coins a day. If I doubled that up, I'd be getting, say, you know, 900 coins a day on Raptorium. I double that up again, I'm getting 1,800 coins a day. Like, you start moving up that scalability depending on your power price and stuff, you know, it starts adding up. You start slowly build, and before you know it, you are making money. Like, I think one day I'm almost debating, just to prove my point here, of I might sell all my GPUs just for like testing purposes, because really realistically with Ethereum gone, I could buy back all my GPUs and probably triple my hash rate on GPUs for less money after Ethereum's gone at that point. But if I went out there, sold all that, and scaled up my CPU mining to the complete power there, I'd be making, honestly, a killing in terms of CPU mining. And I already worked out the numbers where I showed you guys. If you missed that video, I have altogether spent about 12,000 in GPUs. Actually, no, it was about 10,500 GPUs and 11,500 in CPUs. So it's the same price to price comparison. I have slightly more into my CPUs, but in the past 6 months, my CPUs have over doubled my profits of my GPUs. But yet somehow CPU mining, guys, it's not profitable, right? So it's all depends on your point of view and where you go, but it does come down to scalability. If you're just basing off 1 rig, 2 rigs, you know, it might not look very profitable. And those are the people that just look at fiat values. But once you start scaling things up and then looking back, you're like, whoa, you know, there's actually a lot more to this than what's initially being, you know, showcased or something like that. So, you know, always do your own research, guys. It's not financial advice, but you know, you start scaling things up, things start looking better and better. Yeah, it's all in the math. There you go. It's all in the math, guys. Do the math, do the homework, look at things like that. Wow, I get 60 RTM per day. Yeah, well, that's what I said. It's all scalability. Like I got, when I was building CPUs, like one other guy on Reddit, he got mad at me because he said, oh, CPUs are easy to find. And I said, have you looked in Canada? And if you do find a CPU, they're being scalped. The prices are going up. And then he got mad saying, well, CPU mining's not profitable anyway. And I was like, okay, whatever, buddy. But yeah. But like when I was building rigs, I was building each rig for like $800 a piece. I was finding 3900X CPUs for $400, $450. The MSI Gaming Max motherboard, I was buying them on Amazon used deals for like $90 a motherboard. Now you look at them, they're $200. Like everything just shot up, and like the prices are insane. It makes it a lot harder for entry people to even try it. And then you're spending that much more, and it just takes that. So that's another thing. Look into it. I don't buy things if things are higher. I wait for them to come down. I try to bargain a little bit, but I will not pay a scalper a cent for no matter what. So I have no problem. Patience is always key as well, and just keep an eye out for deals. I want to see it happen first, the merge. Uncheck the Ferro block up top by the GPUs. Yeah, you have to get rid of it there from earlier. I can scroll back. I remember what I was saying at the time when you guys mentioned this. When ETH mining really took off, Ethereum was already a top 10 coin. After ETH, there's such a strong coin to mine, no matter if it's profitable or not. Very, very true. But you got to remember, like, if you're making a little bit, you're making a little bit. And if a bull run comes and it hits up a little bit, sell it. Purchase some Bitcoin or something on the down low. The cycles keep coming and going. You just got to start, I guess, playing the market. But the days of 3 to 6 month ROIs, they're over. You got to get used to 3 to 5. 3 to 5 years is what. And if if that doesn't work in your, I guess, in your business plan or something like that, then all honestly, maybe crypto mining isn't a thing anymore for you. But that's just my personal opinion. I plan on mining forever, guys. Forever, until I can absolutely mine no more. But we'll see what happens. Are you mining ETH right now, or have you moved to something else? My GPUs, they're still on Ethereum. They're solo mining. Went through this a little bit. We'll check it out again. Boom. Right here. Any block? No block yet, guys. I thought maybe, since we just looked at it a little while ago. Oh no, wrong button. Maybe a block would have been there, but it's not. You still got Helper. Helper, are you here? Helper, are you in the live chat right now? Because you were in yesterday's, because I posted the address in the live stream chat yesterday. So you were at the live stream yesterday. I'm curious. Who are you, Helper? You're sitting there watching right now, laughing or something. I know it. I know you are. Yeah, I'm at 23% luck. It takes about a day and a half per percentage here. And in theory, looking at this, by the time this hits 100%, you should find the block based on 100% luck, because it's all based on your hash rate and the time to hit that. But like I was saying, mathematical wise, I'm hoping the 50% mark is potentially where I will find the block in theory, because on FlexPool, I found a block every 2 to 5 months. I was on FlexPool for a couple months, and I was like, okay, I'm a month or two away from finding the next block. Statistic wise, remember, it's all luck and theory. You can throw statistics out the window, but statistic wise, I'm only about a month or two away from finding that block. So then I swapped over to solo mining. So in theory, I'm at maybe 80% right now instead of 23. But who knows? This could ramp up to 100. It could ramp up to 200%. I have no idea. Will I hit a block? It's up in the air. Do I recommend solo mining? No. Do you want to try it? That's totally up to you guys. I'm not telling you to do it. 3 to 5 years may be a little long, in my opinion, at mass boost, but who knows? He's ignoring the Bitcoin super cycle if the pump continues every 4 years. That is. That's very true. I'm thinking every 4 years that cycle's going through, like 2017 to 2021. That's 4 years. Moving forward, the next Bitcoin cycle, but the next halving is at a weird time. Actually, it might have moved. Alpha Pack member, thank you very much for 6 months, Fudweiser. Vincent Gallo at Rabid Mining really wants to know, when you use TradeOgre to swap ETH, do you pay $100 or more like on Uniswap? No, Uniswap uses Ethereum. It's absolutely... Okay, wait, let me reread that. Are you swapping with ETH? Really wants to know when you use TradeOgre to swap ETH. Uniswap is expensive, so I've used it once and I'm never going to use it again. MetaMask is the same thing. I'm never going to use it again. Those are the platforms where you hear about people accidentally setting their gas fees wrong, and oh, I don't know that thing. Setting their gas fees wrong, and that's where they spend like $2,000 to swap over $20 or something. That's where all the mishaps happen due to the, you know, the slider fees or whatever the heck they got going on in the background. But for TradeOgre, no, you're not paying those crazy fees like that. It's absolutely insane. Uniswap, that uses the Ethereum network, they're on that. Those are where those fees come from, so you don't have to worry about that. But at the same time, I wouldn't use ETH. You know, well, I use Ethereum for crypto.com, and oh my god, oh yeah, speaking of that, sorry guys, I have to run my ad here. I almost forgot about it, so bear with me for 2 minutes. Boom. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Crypto.com. Crypto.com is my go-to for actually using my crypto for real-life purchases. With the Crypto.com Visa debit card, it makes it easy to use my mined assets to pay for my power, purchase new GPUs, CPUs, motherboards, hard drives, as well as collect 8% cash back wherever Visa is accepted. If you would like to sell straight to your standard bank account, you can easily request an e-transfer, which usually shows up the following day. On top of all that, Crypto.com also offers trading, simplified DeFi, as well as staking to help you increase the revenue on your crypto assets. Join over 10 million plus users buying and selling 250 plus cryptocurrencies at true cost. By using my affiliate link in the description, you will be granted a $25 funding bonus. Or enter code RABID, RABID, at the sign up, and remember, crypto has its risks. Just like everything else, do your own research. All right, there, I ran it. Anyway, saying Crypto.com totally made me forget about it. I was supposed to run that. Anyway, so now that it's ran, I wouldn't use ETH for anything other than I mine it. And this is where this came up, Crypto.com. I mine to there as my app wallet. And then really, I just transfer it straight to my, if I want to use it, I don't transfer it to an exchange. I don't transfer it to, you know, wherever, because Ethereum is extremely broken and, you know, it's not worth using. So I just swap it straight in through the app to my Visa card, and then I use it on Amazon or whatever at that point. It makes it really easy and it's dirt cheap. But when it comes to moving tokens itself, like for that example, I would use whatever chain you're using, like Binance, Crypto.com, all these, they have minimal transfer fees. So transfer and withdrawal fees. So if you try to move to like TradeOgre or something like that, they take a minimum of the minimum, half the minimum that you have that you can actually move. So you lose a decent chunk out of there, even though their fees on platform are very, very cheap. They get you when you move your crypto off these type of platforms. So what I would do is I would swap that over for cheap into something like Litecoin or something. Bitcoin's fairly cheap too, but depending on what you're using, like Binance or something, they might ding you there and you'll lose it. Litecoin's usually cheap on the majority, but look into it just to make sure it is. For at least Crypto.com, Litecoin is very, very cheap. Their minimum amount is like 0.0001 or 2 or something like that. Very, very small amount of Litecoin, and it's not worth that much. And it's a fast transaction. So I use Litecoin to move my funds around. So for example, I'm not sure if TradeOgre takes it. I gotta look into that. But I'd take my Litecoin, I'd swap it over, you know, transfer it to wherever I want to go, swap that into whatever I need, and then, you know, do my transactions to the exchange that I want at that point. Because it does save you a lot, because that's where those guys get you guys. You got to keep that in mind. Binance, you know, they suck you in, they get you in there with cheap trading fees, cheap swapping fees, all this yada yada. But as soon as you take that Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever, and you try to move it into your actual wallet that you want to cold storage, wherever it is, or another exchange or something, that's when they ding you and they take that minimum withdrawal, half that minimum withdrawal fee out, and you're like, whoa, how come, you know, I only got 80% of my transaction that I really want to do? That's why, because they took that much from you. So look for other coins to move coins around that's not as used as much, and one of them is Litecoin. I really love Litecoin for moving funds around for that very reason. I'd hang on to the Raven and hope it goes to $1 or something crazy. Hopefully it does. Will it? Yeah, who knows? It might, but I don't know. Oh, it was funny. Yesterday we were talking about Avian. There's that one level that you can now mine ore and have a chance to get like some Avian coins on chain. So it's in Minecraft. And I was like, I'm not paying $30 to try this out because I don't like Minecraft. So I don't know. But there's a lot of people that like Minecraft. But Who was it? I think Aragon Strider said he'd gift me Minecraft. So we'll see if that goes through. If he gifts me Minecraft, I'll go try that level and showcase what this all looks like just for a second. I don't plan on playing it long term, but I think it would be interesting to look at it and see what it's all about. But yeah, if that's the big, you know, game currency thing, I don't really know. But some other people said they looked at the latest AVN white paper. I skimmed through it a little bit. I didn't really deep dive into the white paper. They had some interesting things. It was mostly about NFTs that everybody's already doing, so there's nothing new in it. But one thing that kind of grabbed my attention was the part where they said the majority of the coins, you know what? I don't even know where it is. You know what? Let's go look at it. I'm curious right now. Maybe you guys can decipher it better than me. AVN network. I don't know. Let's look at their white paper if we can find it. AVN Foundation. Open. Oh man, their website's broken. Just kidding. It went down because they knew we were going on it live. So here's part of their white paper ordealio. Let's see if we can adjust that. Open. Tokenomics, mining, and emissions. I think that was one of the interesting parts. We'll see. Open. So they do have halvings planned here. Year 1, you can see block rewards 2,500. Year 3, there will be a halving of 1250. Year 5 and 6 is at 650. So they're halving every 2 years by the looks of this. So this is almost like an Ergo platform. So it looks like they're stealing right out of Ergo's bag here. So I wouldn't put it past them. They seem to be doing that. But year 7 and 8, 312. Year 9 and 10 is finally at, I guess we could have just looked at this. So AVN supply by mining. So look at this. This is the one part that's interesting. 10,347,750,000 by year 12. So it looks like a 12-year thing was when the coins will be all distributed, and 10 billion will be mining. Now, if you're unfamiliar with it, if you look straight on their website here, boom, open. They have a 21 billion total supply. So miners aren't even getting 50% of what their total supply is. So is this going to be a proof of stake platform getting the majority of the coins? There's something fishy going on here that a lot of people saying, I love their white paper. I'm looking at it. It's looking absolutely amazing. They have all these cool things, but no one implemented the part where miners are only not even getting 50% of the supply. So I don't know what's really going on in this operation. So they haven't even implemented that proof of stake platform yet. Currently only 49% of the, oh, it says right here, I didn't even look at this page, but it showed here. So I guess this will answer the question I was wondering. Let's see what they're saying. 49.3 of the total 21 billion is going to be mined on a 12-year halving schedule. The remaining 50 is going to be distributed by other methods, giving AVN holders another way to take part in distribution, blah, blah. This method will not include hardware mining algorithms like our existing hybrid GPU and CPU combined. So I guess they just mean proof of stake. There we go. We have another hybrid proof of stake coming out. So in terms of what they're doing, they're going to be cutting off miners again here soon or faster. Once that POS goes out, it looks like mining side's not going to be as great. What their rewards could be, I don't really know, because they're still kind of hiding. They're still saying in their platform, looking at proof of stake is if the community wants it. But in their white paper and previously and all these stuff, they're already leading, they're pretty much pointing to us saying, yes, we're going to do this. But in their roadmaps, they're telling us if the community wants it, we're going to do this. But somehow, you know, their whole future is already based on it going to like a proof of stake type of platform, which, you know, they're causing mixed reactions out there. So I don't know what's going on. Any of you guys know what's going on with that thing? Unminable at Fuzzwiser, or do you swap a venture ever so often? 3080 Ti dual mines, eth+ton, eth+Ethereum /ton fine. Okay, I'm most I still have not looked into that because I've been solo mining, so I haven't had time to do all this dual mining stuff. But I know a lot of you guys have been asking about dual mining, if it's worth it. You know, I should pull a GPU out here maybe today or something out of that Octo rig and, you know, look into power consumption, see, you know, how much extra power it's using, if it's worth the extra that you're getting. You're pulling a little bit of mega hash off Ethereum, but you're gaining a little bit on the other one. You know, does it make it worthwhile? There's a lot of questions you guys have been asking me, which I don't have the answers to, which I do have to look at. But you can mine AVN and get paid in BTC. Which miner OS? You can mine AVN and get paid in BTC. Where's that? MC, what is this? What are you talking about? Unless it's, what's it called? Zergpool. Zergpool does this type of thing. Let me see. Minotaur X. If you there's a what? No, what am I doing? Mining pool stats. There we go. So if a coin does have Zergpool, and you know the majority of people are on it, that's what they're doing. It's pretty much mining whatever coin, but it is paying you in said coin whatever you want. How come I can't find AVN? AVN. Minotaur X. X16RT. Why did it do that to me? AVN. Minotaur X. There we go. So yeah, here's Zergpool right here. So if you're unfamiliar with Zergpool, there's probably people doing this already. So when you set this up, you set up the algo you want to mine, and you set out your payout currency. So you can get paid out in Doge, you can get paid out in Litecoin, Dash, Raven, Flux, USDT if you want, SHIB, Matic. You can do all that, which is what Unmineable does. And I bet you Zergpool is probably actually cheaper than using my Unmineable. And it's actually a pretty big pool as well. I wonder... Unmineable. They don't have it listed on these, do they? I wonder how much hash rate the unmineable pools actually have on them. But Zergpool is, you know, a popular pool. Right here, you can see it's third place for AVN. So if you plan on mining AVN, I would use Zergpool, and you can just get paid out in BTC if you want. You can get paid out in Flux if you want. You can get paid out in SHIB, USDT, ETH, whatever you do want to do. You can do it with pools such as Zergpool, and it's cheaper than probably using platforms like Unmineable or something as well. Because those guys are like dedicated for that type of stuff, and they promote it as being so easy to use and yada yada yada. So you just get sucked in there, and meanwhile they're taken from you. So honest opinion, you know, mine it yourself, swap it yourself if that's what you really want to do, and it saves you a little bit of fees. Oh, he told you he told you Zergpool. Okay. Yeah, TechBad, he's 100% right. I guess I could have just read chat if he told you that, but there you go. Use Zergpool, and if you know that coin is supported on Zergpool, mine the coin you want, get paid out in the coin you want. It's another way you can do things for sure. Eth is the worst thing that has ever happened to crypto. I hope it's like, hit that subscribe button, guys. You guys are funny. Hit that like button too. 146 viewers, 90 likes. No Threadripper funds today. Sad times, sad times. Sad times. Okay, what do we got? Don't use Zergpool and AVN. Very bad. Why is it very bad? I don't know. I don't mind AVN, so I don't know if it's bad or not. But I guess he says, dude, Jitsu says don't use Zergpool, guys. So I guess for AVN, it's recommended not to use Zergpool, but I'm not sure why. Unmineable ETH to Raven is worth spec mining that Raven is going to rise. It's a very good possibility. I plan on taking my Ethereum potentially and swapping it into Raptorium. Dynamo coin. I don't really have any thoughts on it. I wanted to check that coin out ever since Hive OS did implement it. Let's have a look at this. Hive OS. Go into here. Yada yada. And we'll just go into rig 1. And yeah, they have an update here. Looks like Gminer did some more eth+ton stuff. Team Red Miner. Yeah, yada yada. Okay, yeah. Whatever. Not looking for that. There we go. SRB miner multi. Added algorithm Dynamo for mining Dynamo and Dynamo coin on CPUs up to 24 times faster than the available public miner. Dev fee 3%. That's fairly high. So hopefully something new comes out and other improvements. So this is what I saw. A few people in Discord, they're like, hey, Dynamo coin, it just got updated on Hive OS. I was like, what's going on? So I just looked at this. I have not managed to check it out yet. I'm going to do that. I want to look at this coin and see if it's profitable or not. There's like, you know, we just look right now. Dynamo coin mining pools. Dynamo coin mining pool stats. So if we look at mining pool stats right now, there's like no hash rate. Well, there's hash rate, but like, look at the difficulty, guys. It's nothing. There's like hardly any difficulty across. It's 0.2, 0.4, 0.3. So, you know, if you want to get in on something early, right here. What is this coin about? I have no idea. Is it worth getting into? I have no idea. What's the profitability? Again, I have no idea. I have not looked into it yet, but it's a 100% spec mining coin, and this is probably potentially the next go-to. I plan on checking this out very, very soon here. You know, the pools are looking good. 38%, 34, 21. Nothing's massively huge. Zerg pools here again. Now remember, Zerg pool people could be mining it because it's profitable and then swapping it into, you know, Raptorium, AVN, whatever, depending what anything Zerg pool does. But there's deep fields here, which looks like it's a Manafical type of dashboard, I believe. Yeah, so this looks kind of like Manafical, so it's still running on. It says Dynamo is hot right here, so I don't know. Comments on that coin, no idea. It looks like a nice low difficulty coin to potentially get into. I plan on trying it out soon, so you know, if you guys beat me to it, congrats to you. If you guys, you know, if you guys catch a virus or something, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't try it yet. So just do your own research, make sure it's legit. I don't know yet. That's all I can really say about that. I thought you said demo like helium for your car. What? No. Can I use Zergpool on Windows? Yeah, you can use Zergpool for anything. Windows, Hive OS, any of it. You know, it's just about how you set it up. Maybe I'll do a how to use Zergpool video. It seems some of you guys are interested in Zergpool now. Sucks mine to BTC and one explodes. So mine 50-50 and get both gains. Yeah, TechMan's 100% correct. Can you imagine that? Say you were mining, you know, I don't know, anything, and then you're swapping into, like I said, Bitcoin or something, and all of a sudden the coin you were mining and swapping into Bitcoin, you know, what if it just goes 100-200%? You're like, oh no, Bitcoin's still on the going down, or you know, hanging low, not doing anything, but all of a sudden that altcoin explodes and you're like, crap guys, crap, and then you transfer back into it and then it drops, so you lose even more money. Let's throw some hash out and smash some blocks. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I got a bunch of stuff to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a video yet tomorrow. I really want to release the video on you know, mining after Ethereum, but I got to get all the numbers together still, stuff like that. So I got a lot of work to do on some stuff happening later on. I wish T-Rex would adopt TON. Not a fan of Lithium. Yeah, I don't know. I never tried it. Have you even tried T-Rex? Like, just because the miner says didn't release for it, T-Rex still is capable of dual mining. So I don't know. You can just try it, see what it does. It's like, I don't know, like what was it the other day? A whole bunch of you guys were asking me, like, you can now dual mine on non-LHR cards. I was like, well, couldn't you before? Because when dual mining first dropped on all this, you know, eth+ton, this video right here, increase your whatever, whenever I release this video here, my cards are non-LHR and it was working just fine. Now all of a sudden, you know, they just released the update. Can dual mine on non-LHR cards. That is absolutely nothing new. You could do it right here when they first did it. You just use that non-LHR card and do the exact same thing. So I don't know really what's going on. Have anyone tried mining it without, you know, the update saying now added this on in T-Rex or something? Just try it without. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if it works, then it works. But yeah, just want to, yeah, I'm stuttering now. Before it blew up, it used to be worth 15 cents. What was worth 15 cents? LOLMINER has been fine on eth+ton for me. 38 Ti. It takes 3 minutes to start on TON. Isn't crashed for me, even though some peeps are experiencing it. Why not make a coin that does halving every month? Halve every month. Oh my gosh, that'd be insane. Can you imagine? First month. Oh, I don't even know how to go into that one. T-Rex crashes for me, but it works. Oh, really? It does work? There you go. TechMan confirms it. It works. It crashes, but it works. So there you go. They just got to tweak it. A little bit of tweaking need to be done. But see, just try stuff. Don't just, you know, just because they said it, didn't put it in their notes doesn't mean it's not going to work. Give it a shot. Wasn't the eth+ton only LOLMINER though? I have no idea. I can't remember. Maybe when this was out. Yeah, this was it LOLMINER the first one that came out? Yeah, I think it was LOLMINER. So yeah, that was it. I think it was LOLMINER. I think the best investment is mining. It's a great investment for sure. And remember, I was mentioning it earlier, scalability, you know what, everything adds up and eventually you just get more and more. I mined dozens of flux blocks before you guys promoted it to BTC. Was worth 15 cents a coin back then. Oh, flux was nice. I don't think I've ever promoted flux though. I've never mined flux. I still have yet to try mining flux. Actually, I did try mining a little bit, but I was just like, I can't do it right now. I gotta do all this other stuff. I have some flux put back, yes. And yeah, the flux nodes next month. Is it next month? Very, very soon. They're dropping the node capacity down to 1,000 flux from 10,000. A Threadripper will mine 150,000 SHIB in 2.4 days. That's insane. What's SHIB worth? Is that on, what's it called? Ant Farm Mining. Is that on Unmineable? Are you referring to Unmineable and how much that's going to mine? Let me know. Because you can be, if you're talking about Unmineable, you can mine that even faster by doing it a different way. I have 10 series in my rig. Do you have reference codes for exchanges like TradeOver? No, I don't. I could try to contact them and get codes. I guess exchanges have codes. I never actually tried to talk to any exchanges or anything, so I could attempt to try to get codes, I guess. Did you watch DJ Mine's interview with one of the Firo devs? Was a great vid, very passionate on the product. No, I have not seen it. He's very passionate on the product. So the Firo dev, based on his statement, who wants to get rid of all the miners, of course he's passionate about it. He's trying to suck up to a miner in the interview. But, you know, I think it's a dead coin. Judging by the prices and everything that's going on, like, it's literally lower now than it was pre-2017. It was doing better pre-2017 than it has now. So, yeah. Is that good? No, maybe. And his whole promotion was to, you know what, hold our coin, stake it, hold it, never use it. That's the future of what our coin's going to be, is what it sounds like. That's just the download I got out of his article and his whole proposal. So that's what I think about Firo. Yeah, he just wants us to mine and use it. Like, there's no use case for that coin. He just says, mine it, stake it, and hold on to it. Miners are selling our coin. We don't want it. What makes a good coin is use cases. Can you use the coin? Ethereum's good. Like, I buy GPUs and everything with Ethereum. Ethereum, yeah, we're selling it, but we're using it. We're not just selling it to bombard it and offload it for profits and stuff. It's a use case. We buy it, we sell it, and we use it. Firo is the way they want to move forward, is he wants people to buy it, stake it, and hold it, and never use it. So that's just the only 2 cents I have on Firo. 150,000 SHIB is 3.82 USD. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's fairly easy. Exchange's sign-up code means more dollars for your channel. Does it? Oh, I didn't know that. I gotta look into exchanges, though. That could be more Threadripper fun stuff. All right. Does TradeOver have that type of stuff? I'll try to get referral codes for that stuff for you guys. Yeah. I'll look into it. If you were not hodling, then he can't sell and make lots of money. 12 million SHIB now. Techman's rolling at 12 million SHIB. He's swimming in SHIB. He's got SHIB everywhere. Imagine if SHIB hit $1. Techman, what would you do if SHIB hit $1? Go crazy. I know you would. A lot of people would go crazy. What's SHIB at right now? It's right here. 0.00003. Yeah, no problem. $1. Easy, easy. SHIB will hit $1. Oh man, that'd be insane. Quincy Jackson, what's going on? What are you doing? What's happening? What do we got here? 95 likes, 143 likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. What's going on? What are you guys doing? You would disappear. Techman would disappear. I'd be like, I need more people with wrenches. Techman's gone. He hit the SHIB train. Oh, pancake swap at work. Oh yeah, I only have 5 mil SHIB left. I don't know how much I got, actually. I am not sure how much SHIB I have left. I never had too much to really go with, but I got some. I think I mined it for a couple days. A couple days on Unmineable. a long back. That's the first thing I tried when I first tried on Mineable. I think that's what it was. I tried it to get a little bit of shiv to see how it was. Techman's buying us Threadrippers. Zergpool is very similar setup to Zpool and can be very difficult to connect to. Oh, really? It's hard to connect to? Interesting. 10K shib, Alex Grass. Nice. Get that 10K. Hits $1. There's 10K for you. Nice. Off topic. Gaming. Have you tried out the Lost Ark game yet? No. What is Lost Ark? I play Ark Survival Evolved. Lost Ark. Lost Ark has arrived. So it just released? What? Why did Elden Ring come up? What is Lost Ark? Lost Ark has arrived. Lost Ark. MMO action RPG. Oh, I don't like these kind of games. Sorry, I'm already telling I don't really like it. I don't like that top view scrolling type of thing. That's more of the Diablo type of style. I never was fond of that type of stuff. I know a lot of people are, but you know, that's just not my type of style. Unless you can change things. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Paul, where would the money come from? My neighbor has a real ship. She eats cats. Nice. I'm not super into details. I'll come together. Have you hit a block yet? 100 Death. No, Quincy Jackson. I have not hit a block. 0 blocks hitting. 0 blocks. Do we hit a block? Oh, still no block. But I do it. I have a supporter. I have a helper. Is that you, Quincy? Are you the helper? Any other helpers out there want to smash out this block with me? You get used to the Diablo style, but the gameplay is pretty fun. Oh yeah, right on. I don't know. I never really could get into games that were kind of like that. I don't know why. Not sure. MC, the neighbor or the dog eats cats. You get used to. Rabid, what games do you play? I play Ark Survival Evolved. Where's my Steam? Let's find my Steam. Boom. Let's open up my Steam account right now. We'll find them. What I got? Oh, it's broken. Connecting. Rabbids. Yes, closed. Yada yada. Library. What do I got in my library? I got Apex Legends. I got Ark Survival Evolved. I got some crypto mining simulator. I got Destiny 2. It's not installed. I got World of Tanks. Looks like there's an update. I got to update here. I got Farming Simulator. This game's actually pretty fun. Got Grounded. Grounded's okay. And we got The Isle. I haven't played that with this forever. This is actually kind of fun. If you guys are unfamiliar with The Isle, honestly, you just start as a baby dinosaur and try to live without getting eaten by all the other players and dinosaurs out there. 100th wouldn't be the largest block ever, which is the one he's hitting. Yeah, I need at least an 900 Ethereum block, something absolutely crazy to really, you know, break the internet. That'd be absolutely awesome. Yeah, Pac-Man and Tetris. Those are the games. And Centipede. Those are the games that no other game will ever come close to being. Fallout. Oh, I have Fallout. Oh, Fallout's for on my PlayStation. Oh, I like Fallout. Fallout's good. Oh, I'm Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. Where? Oh, I don't have that one. Oh, another sneezing fit. What is going on? Craziness. So, do we have any last minute questions, guys? Any few more questions? We'll wrap this up. If not, we'll just, I don't know. I think we're running out of topics here. Hey, we didn't look at the blocks. Speaking of Ethereum and blocks and all that stuff. Block rewards, 2.1222. So this is a bad time to hit a block. We don't even want to hit a block right now, honestly. We need, you know, someone to go into Uniswap, someone to transfer maybe $1 million and set their gas super high to be instant, and then give a big miner tip. Then that one block that hits about 800 will say 1 minute ago. It'll have my wallet address right here. It'll be like this, but with my address. Oh, craziness. 994 terahash. Guys, we're under a petahash. Difficulty's down slightly. That could just be a nice hash swap or something. We'll see. Oh, this is another thing. You guys familiar with this? Take a look. So these are times when I think the difficulty bomb actually did go off. So as you know, our block rewards are usually 13 to 14 seconds, 13 to 15 seconds, but there were a few times here. 2017, it hit 29 seconds of block time. 2019, 19 seconds, and here was one in 2020. 2019, 16 seconds, and then they had the odd blip, but they've been keeping it fairly straight. So we had some bombs go off a few times in the past. You can see the block times increasing, but overall the block time's been hanging around 13 seconds fairly consistently. So the devs are, you know, they're staying on top of that difficulty. It just took some practice. Oh, how come we can't extend it? We're broken. Okay, we figured it out. Oh, bomb guys, it's broken. Oh, we figured it out. Oh, we figured it out much faster this time. And now it looks like, you know, they've been on top of it. It's just like, you know, it's like riding a bike now. The devs know how to extend that, and the blogs know how to blow it up of saying, you know, that's eth+2. It's coming. The difficulty bomb is coming because it's set for this date. The difficulty bomb doesn't mean a single thing. The devs aren't ready. It's going to be extended. S solo block, barely worth it right now. I know it is. I keep watching that. That's one thing I keep looking at here. Look, it's like, you look at the current block here. It's down to 5,248. Like, what was it? 3-4 days ago, it was at 6,400. And each day goes by, you can see it went like 6,000, 58, 56, 55. Now it's at 5,248. And remember, that's for a single block. So that's almost two Ethereum right there at, yeah, $5,000. That's insane. It's really 50% down. Like, oh, that's USD price. But in Canadian, like, we peaked up like 6,000 Ethereum, you know, per ETH for a pricing at the all-time high. It's crazy. RPM likes this chart. Panda loves that chart. It's a good chart he likes. Yeah, it's a pretty good chart. It shows you, you know, the times the bombs have gone off and stuff, but it didn't really do anything. Obviously, 30-second block times will cause gas fees to go up because, you know, it's taken twice as long for a block to get through. Yeah, 100% right there. Techman TV, BBT, he knows how to work this stuff out, and he said if there's no, you know, big update coming out that you know, they're saying they had a code freeze or anything like that, that if we don't hear anything pretty much by mid-March, it's an obvious fact that Ethereum is going to be extended. And, you know, I think we're not going to see Ethereum. I don't think the merge is going to happen, you know, until October, November. And actually, honestly, if it's starting to look like an October, November date, and that, you know, they're going to extend the difficulty bomb, and if they extend it to October, November, I don't think it's going to happen till early 2023. So October, November, they're just going to extend it again because now we're getting close to Christmas. We're getting close to holidays. You know, the devs, you know how slow they are. I really think early 2023 is a really viable option for Ethereum for the merge to happen. I think we have all year. Now, don't quote me on that, but I think we have probably the rest of the year of Ethereum still. In theory, I think. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me. Don't go around saying, Rafa said we have all year. That's wrong, guys. I did say that, but, you know, I don't know if it's legit. We'll just have to wait and see. But I really do think we have all year. I think maybe early 2023, which is another funny thing. I think, you know, when they go around this time next year, we'll still be saying, you know, it's coming, guys. It's coming. It's going to be coming. It's any time now. Just like they've been saying for years. Alex Grass, what does BBT mean? That's a bits be tripping, but I see people already answered that. So we have all year. Yeah, David A, you have all year. Good to go. Maybe I'm the helper. Just kidding. Stingy, are you the helper? You probably are. You are, aren't you? Are you the helper? Hey, did you book your plane tickets yet? I'm still waiting for that 2 Bitcoin transfer that you said. And then, yeah, I'm going to have a little, I'll set up a grow tent or something for you beside my mining rig so you can hang out in the basement. 2 Bitcoin, remember? Is that still a thing? Oh, awesome. Funny if one of the other platforms replaces ETH before then. That would be absolutely hilarious. I really hope Solano or Cardano or... No, I hope someone really does replace ETH. Like, everyone starts opening up their eyes and being like, You know, because realistically, even though Ethereum is trying to do these upgrades and stuff, they're still basing it off of older tech. I saw charts the other day, and out of the top 10 POS type of platforms that's going on, Ethereum is ranked like last out of them all in terms of scalability, in terms of everything, at least in what, you know, the devs have been showing us. So these other, even though ETH is doing this, these other guys are still looking better in terms of, you know, how everything is going to work. So very, very interesting moving forward. And honestly, you know, all the PR, all the frontline newspapers, all the mainstream media, you know, that's talking about, oh, I can't get GPUs or whatever. Ethereum is no longer going to be in the spotlight. So that's going to hinder them quite a bit as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the future plays out. Is Ethereum literally going to explode like a lot of analysis are trying to say? Or is something going to take over Ethereum, and Ethereum could eventually die? And then obviously if another coin takes off, GPUs are going to be bought for, you know, some other POW type of coin. So the future is very, very unpredictable, and it's going to be really, really interesting. I have to see the ARM CPUs, 48 core, 4 threads per core. Is that an Intel thing? I could already tell you they're going to be horrible if that's an Intel thing, because they forgot to put in the L3 cache, which matters on most of the coins. Techman TV, do you think Matic dethroned ETH? There's a lot of talk about Matic. You know what? I should probably get myself some Matic. Maybe I should swap my ETH into Matic or something. You know what? Maybe I should do that right now, live. I'm going to swap my ETH, all my ETH into Matic right now. I could do that through the crypto.com app. This is what I think of you, Vitalik. Boom! See you later. Do it. Do it. Oh, that'd be awesome. I should actually. Oh, we'll see. What's Matic at? What has a big dump right now? Is Matic down quite a bit? Like, see a nice big gain coming up? I'll look into it. I'll probably do that. We'll see. CK, Matic, Solana, Cardano, who knows? Yeah, it could be any of those. They all have a lot of interesting things. I gotta do more work on back-end blockchain stuff. Do more research on that so I can, because I have no idea what it's all about. So I can't comment on that stuff. Has huge upswings to make some fast cash. Solana does? Nice, nice. They're all down. Yeah, that's very true. You're right. You're right, dude. Jiu-Jitsu. They're all down right now, which is correct. But what's the most down? I need to know what's mostly down so I know what has the biggest price. I guess I'm gonna have to look at some charts. Should I go Matic, Solana? What should I hit? Hit something. Is Eternity any good for use case or just ETH wannabe? Majority, honestly, the majority, a lot of the coins that pop up, you know, they're bridging to it. They're all wannabes. And honestly, that's another thing I looked at yesterday. When we were going through those live streams and they're talking about, you know, like Solana and Cardano, like bridges, wrapped ETH and everything, bridges onto the ETH network and out. I think they know they're beat. Like, come on, seriously, they know they're beat. They can't compete. And that was a rhyme. Cool. I didn't even know. But it's funny how they said, yeah, you know what? We just want to be scalability. We want to, you know, be part of them. And, you know, we're all working together in the same space. It's how they're frontline PRing it. But really, you know what happens? You got the cool kids in class. Everyone wants to be friends with them. You got this better thing. Everyone wants to be friends with it. You have all these, you know, clones of Ethereum trying to come out and be like ETH. You know, that's just what they want. They want to be like ETH. So ETH kind of saying that as a PR standpoint, saying, oh yeah, we're going to allow it. We're going to do this. We want to do that. It's because now they're realizing these other chains are probably better, and they are. And they're like, yeah, we're going to be friends with them. We want to be friends with that guy because he's better than us. So that's literally what I think Ethereum PR guys are actually kind of doing right now, in my own personal mind. Again, I could be wrong, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think that sounds kind of legit? It works out that way. Everyone used to always want to build off Ethereum because Ethereum was, you know, it's this new thing coming out, DeFi, yada, yada. Everyone else is starting to build DeFi. Everyone else is starting to do NFTs. This is now turning into a common thing. And there's other chains that are faster and cheaper and scalable, better scalability and stuff. So now all of a sudden Ethereum's like, yeah, we'll be friends with these guys. Of course, why not? Why wouldn't we? They're just trying to suck up to the bigger guys that are a little bit better now. Anyway, yeah. 2 cents. Just my 2 cents. Flux is down. Everything's down. Crypto market's down. Winter's coming. Maybe, potentially. But I guess we'll sum this one up, guys. We've been here for a little while now, so I appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. I'll see you guys again. I don't know, maybe tonight on Twitch, maybe tomorrow on Twitch or something. We'll see you. If you're not, you know, look up Rabid Mining Twitch. I'll find the link. If you guys aren't there, be there. Follow me over there, guys. Let me find my Twitch link. Never find it. Copy. There we go. Follow me over here as well, guys. Don't be late. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. I'll see you guys, I guess, whenever the next stream is. And have a great weekend. Rabid out.